My name is Caswell Eddie Ward. I run a business called Caswell Ward Woodwork Services. I have been in this business for, well, over 35 years basically. It started, of course, because of the dream of being able to create things out of wood, and I have done quite a bit of that. Some of the things I have done basically is fitting cabinets for homes. I did some work in the very legislature right now. Those desks you see the council members sit at and the speaker's desk have been done by me many years ago. I built several doors for Village Key Marina. I think it's about 75 of them under Jim Morris. I made a lot of impact to the past or the former Roger Downing and Partners. I did a lot of work at the Conversory building in Virgin Gorda. Many of those special curved windows. It's really too numerous to mention right here, but a lot of work. But it was all very interesting and challenging most of the time. Also, I try to work very professional. Sometimes people want me to finish a product. In other words, sand the door, stain the door, finish it, meaning whatever color they want. And sometimes they just want you to create it. However, I can't really say what is the biggest thing I've done, but I built two boats in my life. One we call Second Chance, which I raced quite a bit many years ago. And another one which I call the Blackbird, which is now running for about 15 years. To me, that is the greatest achievement because it involves a whole lot of what we call boating charisma. I had to go through many things, including drive design, which I actually designed myself. Aside from the fact that I designed and built the boat myself. There aren't many boat builders on the island anymore. Most of them have passed. But Mr. Joseph Foy had built one or two boats, especially dinghies, and there was one fishing boat that he had anticipated to do. However, beside myself, there are very few now who are building or wish to build boats. Some time ago, I learned about the aircraft made by Lockheed that was called Blackbird, and it was exactly a spy plane designed to cruise at 80,000 feet high above many other boats, planes that are flying in the sky. They name it Blackbird, I don't know why, but it was black. And I decided that since I want to make a fast boat, I think that would be a lovely name to use. So I did. The type of boat that I built basically is a speedboat. And it was an interest acquired from reading about naval architecture many years ago. And it was discovered that making the boat out of plywood was very strong and light. And since it's a speedboat, I wanted to make sure that I could get the best of both worlds. So the boat I built is now named Blackbird. It's now running for about 15 years. and I am very, very happy with the performance gained over that time. What is very unique about this boat is that I had to find what I will call the right drives for it. At the time, there used to be what we call the Anderson surface drive, but they had a problem where when you turn the boat at high speed, it would not behave properly. So I set about to design a drive for the boat. I call them silver bullets. I guess I just wanted to fit something that would kind of complement the Blackbird. So I designed two drives that use rudders, and it took a whole lot of development in order to get those drives to do what I wanted to do. But I finally did, and we show up at many poker runs starting from 2003. At one time in 2007, the boat was featured in an almanac for 2008, and basically there was lots of pictures circulating all on the net as a result of the performance the boat carried just then. It is long, it is sleek, and I think it is very light. So with two small engines, it gave me a very good representation of what speed should be in a boat. Beside the almanac, the boat was featured in BVI trade show, I think it's 1998, and it sparked quite a bit of interest then. And I remember it was the same day that they had BVI Friendship Day, and the governor of the US Virgin Islands came and he talked to me about this boat and the interest that he had in that the BVI could produce such. Also, there was a boat show that was created prior to boat racing time in August. I think it was 2001, and it actually won the best local boat at that time. I received prizes and a trophy in the process. Also, I have tried very hard to have the boat itself entered into the museum, and until this date I have seen no effort created to have that done. There was a time that a few people approached me about building boats or building more boats. Some were good and some were bad. In fact, some of the people thought I was quite crazy building a boat in this modern day. However, I proved them wrong, because the boat did come to fruition and looked good. Also, I was always thinking of the youth of this country, that some way should have been provided where they could learn simple skills about fiberglassing, design, boat building in general, because we are right now considered a very unique position because we have so much little islands and much water and enough place to go here and there in boats. In fact, we can see the popularity of the poker run now every year, the Livericks Bay poker run, and we are seeing that it's getting bigger and bigger every year. I, for one, take part in the poker run all the time, as often as I could. But I would like to see the institutions of the BVI, whether at the college level or at the high school level, kind of get together and try to get some kind of information set out where some of the children, some of the school children can engage in some boat building skill. It's a skill worthwhile keeping. We're not saying that you have to go back to the past, but you can move to the future with many of these high-tech fibers, and included also is an understanding of the design of what we need here in the BVI. I do have plans to build another boat if the opportunity arises. In actual fact, I have started it. It's going to be a big one. I don't want to say how big yet, but it would be the biggest I would have created. I have done extensive work on designing and even information on a bigger drive for it, because I have designed the drive that I use in Blackboard, and I think it is very successful. It allows me to improve the speed, and it allows me to have less breakdown when it comes to the drive. Of course, one can put any drive on a boat these days, but it still exists where power to weight is the most interesting part of the design. So I want to have this boat built light but strong.